future of our slang, bro? You know what I'm saying? What's next, man?
Well,
you see what they're doing already right now, so.
Yeah, that's the great thing about a language is there's so many different ways to portray things and say things. And
motherfuckers gonna be like, give me an example. Like,
they'll be like, man, I got the ass plug on me. I'll plug your ass up.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
man.
Some weirdo shit going on in the game right now.
That's it. I can picture it, man. I can picture that's where it's going.
I got that ass stuffer for you, man.
Stuff that ass up.
Yeah. I don't know. But hopefully we get out of this phase because I ain't really feeling it at all.
Yeah, I know, man. Like, as I look at like Instagram and stuff, I see like I see what it's becoming and what you know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully it's not becoming this, but I see what the trap rap genre and all the new rap styles that they're coming out with. You see these guys with rainbow hair now, or green hair, or you know, with earrings, which earrings always been, you know, part of hip hop and all that, and just normal people with earrings. But I'm saying like the tight clothes, and it's just it looks weird to me.
The man bags.
Yeah, the purses, the merces.
Yeah.
Yeah, they killing it with the merces, bro. Imagine now, you gotta go to your purse to get your gun now.
I mean, as long as you always have it on you. I mean, I guess I don't know.
Would you carry a purse? Like, what you gun in?
Nah, that's what my bitch is for.
Oh yeah. What if your bitch ain't around?
Every time I go to the store, I say, "Look, here, put this in your purse." I know all guys do that. Look, put my phone in.
But that's the thing. We're getting to an era to where you girls gonna be like, "Hey, put this in your purse." To you.
Oh, God.
That's kind of where I feel like it's going.
Not with me. With everybody else, I'm not an industry. I'm not one of them industry.
You know what I mean? I'm speaking.
I'm not wearing those little sparkly belts, and I'm not wearing none of that fugazi bullshit. Like, I got designer this. These motherfuckers can't even afford designer, and they're going buying $1,000 shirts and $2,000 belts and all that bullshit
and shit like that.
Yeah, like, bitch, I'm rocking.
Niggas you ain't never even heard of the name. I never heard that's happening.
What are you investing in? Don't tell me those diamond chains you're trying to invest in, because that shit loses value off the rip. They say, oh, these people are spending $100,000 on chains. You're not getting half that money back. It's just like a car, it depreciates in value.
Well, gold stays.
Yeah, but it's putting it's not in a solid form. They're not gonna want.
No, okay, no. What I'm saying is maybe the diamonds you're talking about might depreciate. I don't know much about diamonds, but with like the gold, I know they'll be able to melt it back down.
Well, the thing is when you do custom jewelry, you're paying for a lot of the custom work, not just the actual gold and diamonds itself. So you're losing tremendous amount of value in your supposed asset, what you're wearing around your fucking neck or whatever the case may be.
Makes sense. See, we would know. I mean, Josh knows something about it, but I wouldn't know about it. I ain't got.
I done been through that phase where I had my chains and all that bullshit for what? So I can be a status symbol of saying I can have money and shit. That's not where my head's at now. You know, I'd rather get this right before I have the money right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not saying my money ain't right, but that's just what it is. It just seems like right now everybody's trying to go up that ladder with more crazier, out of line bullshit. They're just trying to constantly try to one up each other with the craziness and
with the chains. Who can rock the best?
Rock the chains, or just like the slang and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to one up each other, and before you know it, it all sounds ridiculous, man. It sounds fucking stupid, and that's where we're at. We're talking about clips, talking about calling them dicks. You know what I'm saying? Guns, dicks, and shit like that. Like, what kind of bull? Like, man, I got my dick on me. That's about it. And it's screwed on that bitch. Like, it's a different time, bro. Like, you know, it went from like, oh, I got the gun. Now I got the stick. Now I got the dick. Now, you know what I'm saying? What are you gonna have next? Like, you know what I'm saying? They're always trying to one up each other with the most ridiculous shit, man. And it's like, to me, I go to sleep on that bullshit. Yeah, straight up.
Anyways, man, I was thinking about the Young Thug stuff that we were talking about earlier, and he's supposedly going to jail.
Right.
Or he's locked up as we speak.
Yeah, I think they revoked his bond and everything. supposedly he's stuck. And then on top of that, he has the possible charges with the Lil Wayne shootings and stuff like that, being in connection. It's not looking good for Mr. Sex.
Mr. Sex.
It's not going good for him, man. And
he didn't even keep the young. He just sex. That's it. Sex. Wow.
That goes back to, you know, somebody one up somebody with the more controversial thing to say. Like, of course, you call your name Sex now. You're already a developed artist. It's gonna bring headlines. And, what's his new album gonna be? This man done called him name Sex. There's no telling what he's gonna put out now because he's fucking ridiculous. He wears a purse with him all the time, you know. So people gravitate toward weird shit like that. It's like the unknown.
Yeah.
People are so into UFOs and shit like that. They
true.
want to investigate more. And unfortunately, it's in hip hop right now. Unfortunately.
Yeah, the human mind does yearn for the unknown.
True.
Yeah.
Get that line.
I can. Yeah.
Appreciate that.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
But so what is he on? Is he on probation right now, or was he on probation, or what? Because it said him not wanting to take a drug test. We know that.
No, he failed the drug test.
I thought he didn't want to take it, so because I know whenever you don't take it, that counts as a fail.
Yes.
Yeah. So he didn't want to take it though, so he failed it. You know, but also they were saying that the charges that he had, the reason why he's on probation is from when he got caught with all that. With the codeine.
With meth and all that shit. He got caught with a bunch of stuff, and that's what they went ahead and I guess he was on probation. He failed his drug test, and then they took him in for those charges and said, okay, you can't get bonded out.
Man, if Young Sex is doing all those drugs, he's a fool, man. He's a fool.
It kind of makes you think, bro.
Sands,
and then meth and shit like that.
Yeah, you can understand that. Like, but then meth.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's at that level where he ain't gotta push shit. Like, I would guess like he would have somebody, you know, putting in work for him like that. Maybe he's supplying them.
Yeah.
But why does he have it on himself?
Yeah.
His name is already up there.
At the level he's at, he shouldn't have to even have it near him.
You should stay off the phone.
But then again, you know, hey, everybody works different. You know what I mean? Not
and that could be something that he likes. He might like.
Hey, if I was doing meth, I'd probably be calling guns dicks too.
Yeah, something.
I mean, I've never done meth, but I'm saying if I was doing meth, I'd probably be out here talking about I got these dicks. I don't know. I've never done meth. Probably makes you all fucking stupid. But yeah, I could picture supplying it, you know, rather than trying it.
True.
Yep. Hey, what were you telling me about earlier about the Future thing?
Oh, he made a post on Instagram. And he was saying that he was top 5 dead or alive. And also put a hashtag 1. So he's saying he's number 1 on the top 5 dead or alive. He didn't specifically say what, but he had his albums put right there next to it. So I'm guessing he's saying he's top 5 dead or alive in rap and hip hop. Like, how do you feel about that, bro? Like,
oh well, you know how I feel. For him to, okay.
For the people that may not know, though,
I'm gonna say this. For me, there's 2 categories of rap right now. There's the auto-tune, and then there's the more of 90s style mixed with, you know, 2000 and up. You know, because you still got rappers that are out there rapping with substance. You know what I mean, in their rhymes. So to me, there's 2 styles of rap. There's those 2 styles. Now, Future, he is in that auto-tune newer style to me. Lil Wayne, even though he's from like earlier era, I still put him in that list too. Not saying that there's anything wrong with this list. I'm just saying that's a whole nother genre of rap.
So Future,
in my opinion,
is Future top 5 in auto-tune?
And that, yeah, I would say in the auto-tune.
So what would be the top 5 off your head?
Man, I'm not a big fan of that rap, so what I would say Lil Wayne would have to be number 1. Cause he's done, I mean, how do you feel?
As far as auto-tune goes, yeah, top 5, yeah, he's 1. He's 1, definitely.
Number 2 would have to be Future. Cause him or T-Pain. T-Pain's gotta go on that list, cause he look, it may seem funny, but he did originate the auto-tune.
I'm not disagreeing.
What I remember, it was T-Pain coming out with the auto-tune voice, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, damn, never heard that. That's pretty tight.
Singing and rapping.
And then Lil Wayne came out with it.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're making an auto-tune. It's not really an auto-tune list, though. It's more of this newer generation. It's not auto-tune. Let's erase that. I don't like that title. It's the newer generation style rap. Lil Wayne still fits in that category for me. That's my opinion. Because the type of music he made, yeah, auto-tune, the crunk.
You're saying he's from the newer generation?
He kind of fits in with that. Yeah, well, we're saying all time. I'm just saying.
I mean, but he didn't start off like that. With the Hot Boys and shit like that.
Yeah, I know. That's why that's exactly why I took the auto-tune label off of it.
But see, that was a different Wayne. Those are two different Waynes, though. The Hot Boys Wayne and then like the Wayne by himself. That's totally two different.
And this is where it gets kind of weird or confusing or a little tricky. Because Lil Wayne on that list would probably be number one to me. It's either him or T-Pain. Because T-Pain started the auto-tune voice, but it's not even about the auto-tune, like I said. So I would say Lil Wayne. We're doing out of their whole category of music and everything. I would have to say Future number 2.
Is Travis Scott on this list?
Man, Travis Scott, he's still young. He's still hot. He's still out there, man.
So
I don't know. I don't know yet. I mean, we got to see the rest of his legacy, man. For me, I have to see. Right now, I would say he's getting there, man. He's making his way. But Lil Wayne, if we put him back over here on this lyrical list, he don't fall in the top 5 for me, my personal opinion, but he does fall in the top 10, maybe. No, top 20. Let's say top 20. Cause
of just all-time rap.
Damn, all-time rap? Nah, he's a little further back then. Cause I gotta go with the Trenches.
Wow.
I gotta go with the LL Cool J. I gotta go with the Slick Rick. I gotta go with we gotta go back. We gotta go back, bro. You know what I mean? It's gonna go back. It's gonna get, you know what I'm saying, real hectic if I go that far back. Andre.
What consists of
M, Pac, Big, of course they're top 5 for me, in my opinion.
What consists to you, like what are the qualities or what are the things that bring to the table as far as being put on a list like that? What, like an influence type of person? There are obviously the rapping skills. Like what? Like there's a bunch of things that have to go into something like that.
It's almost like a hit factor. That's okay. I mean, I hate to put it in.
So Wayne had,
but it's to me. It's like if you got that hit factor, you do or you don't.
Wayne had that crazy run for it almost seemed like 8 to 10 years, man.
Yeah.
Like just
Wayne did. He put in work, bro.
And he put a lot of people on, man.
But as far as like that, like you said, what I would say qualifies you, and like I said, this is my opinion, but it would have to be influence on the culture, on the people, on the fans. It would have to be lyrics for sure, man. That's like number one. But if y'all notice, a lot of these top rappers aren't really super lyrical. It's just the way they say it, man. It's all about how you say it. Because Big could say some of the more normal verses, even though a lot of the stuff Big says is out there. It's crazy. We've experienced, you know what I'm saying?
You look so good. I suck on your daddy's dick.
Oh, man. But it's B.I.G., man. B.I.G., for me, man, he gets a pass. The rest of his career makes up for stuff like that, you know. Rappers are always trying to see who can take it to that next level. I understand, man. It's competitive.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about, bro. Like,
so it's all about how you take it to the next level. That right there, I don't know. But as far as lyrical status and all that, man, you gotta have lyrics. You gotta have substance. You gotta have good music, good beats. I mean, a lot falls under that, you know, category of what it takes. I mean, there's more than that, man. Cadence, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, there's a lot, man.
The way you say your shit, man.
Yeah.
It has a lot to do with everything. But top 5 dead or alive Future, y'all lying, bro. I don't even think you're top 5 and
not in the all-time hip-hop.
Yeah, and even in certain categories, bro, like, yeah, you had your run too, but
There's plenty more rappers we can put there before we would put Future. Future is amazing though. I mean, he's good at what he does. Of course, he got a big following. That man ain't rich for nothing. Gucci Mane too, man. Gucci Mane is a big influencer on a lot of these new rappers.
Yeah, he said things like that. He said a lot of these rappers are his kids. Yeah. He said these I birthed them. Like as soon as he came out of jail, that's one of his first songs. His album cover was all these little young rappers and shit. And, you know, we kind of have to expect that a lot of these rappers are egotistical. You know, that's just what it is. It's a part of the game.
There's truth to what he said, though. There's truth.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of the younger generation rappers say, hey, when they get asked, hey, who's your idol? Who's your favorite rapper for you? You know, Gucci Mane.
And his chains, like when people talk about him, his jewelry inspired a lot of artists. Like when they talk about his jewelry, so he inspired a lot of people with different avenues and stuff. And yeah, I mean he did. I'm not even gonna say that, but let me not say that.
Go ahead.
Nah, I'll go ahead. I'll get off that topic.
All right. Anyways, so yeah, like Jay said, man, nah, top 5 all times, not for me. Not for me.
Me either. Yeah, he's a great artist, but
yeah, he's good at what he does, man. Future does his thing, but not top 5, bro.
Well, why would you think he would say something like that?
Well, he's very influential, man. I mean, he you can see his style in a lot of these rappers.
True.
Just like Lil Wayne, you can see Lil Wayne's style in a lot of these rappers. You know, on that new Wayne album, Wayne said one of the songs says, if it wasn't for Wayne, you wouldn't be here. And you know what I'm saying, tatted up face. You know what I'm saying, this and that. Yeah, I mean, and then you got all these rappers coming out. Lil this, Lil that, Lil this. Like, how many Lils?
Yeah, with the face tats and all that.
And then what happens when you hit 30 or 40 years old? You can't be calling yourself Lil.
Right.
You're gonna have to drop that and just go with your name. Like,
man, I swear, speaking of face tats, I seen this interview with Maxo Cream. He's a local artist from Houston.
Maxo.
He had this interview talking about how with face tats, people with face tats, he said, like, you know, in his time, when he seen somebody with face tats, you almost feared that guy. Like, it was just back in, you know, 10 years ago. It was people that did that.
It wasn't the norm.
It wasn't the norm, and those people usually were somebody to be fearful of because it meant something, and they were about that life. And
that's
like now it's like hype beats,
but nah,
face tattoos, and he's like, it's not.
My bad.
It's just that's what it is. I feel the same way. Like, I was never fearful of no man, but when you seen somebody with face tats back in the day, you're like, okay, yeah, he probably put in some work. He did some, you know, whatever. He did his thing. But now it's like you see somebody with face tats, especially a younger dude. You're
like, man, if that was an unconscious decision, you could tell they're not smart.
It's controversy. They want attention. They're hoes, man.
I mean, like, as far as that, I feel like also, man, a lot of the newer rap that is coming out too is kind of, you know, putting like the rock sound to the rap. So I noticed that rock and roll, they've had those face tats and they've had the tats everywhere and all that. So I was wondering the other day, I was like, man, I wonder if, you know, rappers kind of did get that from, you know, the rock and roll artists, because they've had tats everywhere since I can remember, man.
Logic. Oh my. We're gonna get on this now. Bro, Logic is trash to me, bro.
How much time do we have there? Do we have time for this?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I know the album that I listened to, nah, I wasn't feeling it. The one that we got to listen to a while back, his newest album.
The Boom Pat album, whatever. What do they call it? The Boom Pat? Or the type of beats or whatever?
Nah, it's like boom bap rap.
Boom bap rap.
Beats, yeah. He kind of changes it up. I mean, the album, the Bobby Tarantino was like boom bap mixed with trap. That was the beats
mixed with trash.
The beats were fire.
It was fucking trash.
The beats for the Bobby Tarantino were fire.
It was the lamest shit ever.
But
and then his music too. He was talking about being one of the greats and shit. I'm like, oh my god, get off the gas, brother. Oh my god. Oh no, let me start that brother shit, because he's always talking about I'm half white, half black, and I'm black this. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Let me not start, man.
Well,
I'm pretty sure the people that are tuning in to this, they can agree with me, man. That fucking shit gets old.
He just talks about it way too much. And another thing, when I hear Logic rap, all I hear is a bunch of words. even if I try to listen to it, it's just like...
So it's cadence.
It's very, very repetitive. I noticed that. Logic is very repetitive with his words.
It's almost like the same shit on every song.
If you notice, a lot of the greats, their flows change up a lot. Like, let's take Biggie for an example. If you listen to a lot of the Biggie music, his flows change a lot during the music. His flows change a lot during all of the music. Pac, same thing. But the content in which they talk, the things they talk about are kind of the same. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is a little repetitive. But the way they do it, man, it's just like, you know what I mean? It's fresh content every time, but it's kind of the same style. With Logic, I think it's just too repetitive for me. You know what I mean? It's like I'm hearing the same song over and over again. It's like I'm in hell.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, they say you relive your worst fears over and over when you go to hell.
I felt suicidal after hearing that shit. I wanted to neck myself, dog. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was fucking trash.
Yeah, well...
That's just how I feel. I'm sorry for you Logic fans, bro. Like, that shit ain't cutting for me, man. I can't do it.
Hey, that's what we do. We tell the truth.
Bro, we was listening to that shit, and
we was listening hard.
Oh my god, we were trying to skip that fucking button as fast as we could on each song because it was just trash. We were trying, bro. We were trying, but literally, I was gonna suffocate myself. It was fucking bad. Yeah, that shit was fucking trash, man. But you know, to each their own. They like that type of stuff. That's cool. You know. He plays that black and white card too much for me. If
Logic had a black and white credit card, he'd be in debt.
Yeah,
he'd have ran that thing up for real.
Yeah, he would have swiped the shit out of that motherfucker, man. Straight up. But yeah, fucking. It was kind of with that Future thing, man. Just to hurry up and put it to rest. It was not top 5 in my book, but who am I? Who am I to say? You know, that's just
you got people. You got people that might agree with him.
Right.
I'm sure. He's got fans. He's got fans. Right. He makes money for a reason. But yeah.
But he's live though. His music's live. His music's live.
For me, I don't really listen to Future. So
I fuck with it. It's cool.
There's
Dirty Sprite 2 was bad.
There's stuff that there's tapes, mixtapes, there's songs. Yeah, that are.
Yeah, the Beast Mode was fire. 56 Nights was fire. And all that. Like I respect it. It's cool. But top 5 are dead or alive now. You can't do that. No, Future. Too much codeine sipping. Hey, Future is a fool though. I heard something about he was fucking with Scottie Pippen's wife. He cheated on her with him. She went back, and Scottie Pippen found out. And if y'all don't know who Scottie Pippen is, he was a key player when Michael Jordan was winning all those championships in Chicago back in the day, back in the 90s. He was fucking his wife. His wife tells Scottie Pippen, or they find out, whatever the case may be. He finds out she made him apologize for her cheating on him with Future, and said, "Buy me a ring." So he bought a $4 million ring for her, proposed again, and then guess what she does? She goes back and sucks his cock again. She goes back and goes fucks with Future. And it comes back, and now they're getting divorced, and she's probably gonna take all the money because that's what women do.
That's nasty, bro.
You know,
that's nasty. She's a savage, bro.
Yeah,
she's savage.
For sure.
That's all we really got for today.
Yeah.
All right, we'll hit it again tomorrow.
Peace.